Hello YouTube, Whiskey and Jones coming at you with another video.
Good evening, everybody. As customary with all of our YouTube videos, we start off with a drink of the night.
Look at this, look at this. You see that nice orange hue? That is called a Hazy IPA from Moontown Brewing.
And you're also advertising the Sun King class.
Well, yeah, if you are a Indianapolis native or live anywhere in the Indiana area and are into beer, you have definitely heard of Sun King.
And Sun King, if you're watching us and you want to sponsor us, hit us up.
I am more than happy to stock Sun King beer
We will
in the
drink
kegerators.
your beer
Yes.
and talk about it
That's not a problem,
on
Sun
purpose.
King.
There we go. So, in this fantastic red Solo cup, and if you're from Solo, you want to sponsor us, Danny Boy IPA. If you've watched any of the other videos, you know we like us some Danny Boy. It's a local brewery as well. That's another theme that we like to drink beers from the area because we got some good beers. So, Danny Boy IPA here.
Indiana beer. Danny Boy, you can sponsor us as well too. Pretty easy to get kegs over here from there.
Yeah.
That's a quick drive.
That's close.
Yeah, that's a quick drive.
We'll take it. Pretty much any sponsor at this point, right?
Yeah, pretty much anybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd take a subscription as opposed
Yeah.
to a sponsor.
Yeah, hit
whatever.
the button. Hit the button.
Let's go, Danny Boy. Hit the button.
All right.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about today in our video?
We're doing a new thing, brand new type of
There we
video
go.
for you. What are the kids playing? So I have 4 kids, 2 of which religiously play video games. They happen to be my boys. My girls play games, but not nearly as much as my boys.
Wow, that's really...
Yeah, it's kind of odd, isn't it? I never would have thought.
Well, I was going to say, we too have 4 kids, and we have 2 kids that play games, and they happen to also be the 2 boys.
Yeah.
And the girls do sometimes play games, but not as much as the boys. So,
Exactly. It's kind of
Sounds-
astounding.
Yeah.
So every once in a while, probably at least once a week, maybe twice, depending on what they're playing. If we think it's pretty cool, we are going to do a video on what the kids are playing. So today it is the Jones house, and the game of the week happens to be Don't Starve Together. So if any of you have played Don't Starve Together, I do got to say, I play this with my kids. We have 6 computers all networked together here in the house, so we end up doing a lot of multiplayer games, and this game's pretty damn fun. Now, the other thing I would say about our channel in general is when we do something like this, I would like to have is it suitable for kids? Should you not let your kids play this? Because honestly, I don't let my kids play quite a few games that are out there.
Yeah.
Division 2. I was playing the beta the other day, and
Not for kids.
yeah, not for kids. One of my boys was sitting at the computer like 10
Yeah.
feet away.
Earmuffs!
Yeah, and all he heard was F this and screw that, and I'm going to kill that MFer, and
Yeah.
all sorts of bad stuff. So, this is, if you can't tell, a game where you're not going to hear a lot of cussing. You're not going to see a lot of, blood and guts and violence and gore. Well, you will see violence because there is, attacks in the game and various things like that. But surprisingly, this actually is more of a strategy game than anything else. And I would equate it a little bit to Minecraft due to the fact that you end up having to craft and make a lot of stuff. So and you're going to see me skip around here in the video quite a bit, but the interesting aspects of the game for me was you have to stay in the light. So there's a daytime and a nighttime. And if there is no light source at night, you're dead within 5 seconds. So it's kind of interesting. The other thing you have to do is you'll see in the upper right-hand corner there, it shows you, what day you're on, and you progress through the days. And eventually it turns into winter. And you actually have to stockpile supplies and all this various stuff to survive the winter, to get to the summer, to do the next season, and so on and so forth. So it's a very, very interesting strategic game once you learn the intricacies of what you have to do to get past certain points in the game. So right there you'll see within the first couple days you always have to have some sort of a base camp with a fire that's going to light the general area.
Yeah.
Later on in the game, when it's dark, these little hands come in and try to snuff out the fire, like shadow hands come in and snuff out the fire.
Mm-hmm.
So then you have to stay around your campfire and knock the hands away with some sort of a weapon and various things like that. The thing on the left there is actually a cook pot, because if you look in the upper right-hand corner, you see a stomach,
Yeah.
which means you have to eat. You see a heart, which is your health when you're getting attacked and various things like that. And you also see the brain up there. You go insane if you don't do certain things in the game.
So this basically is kind of like real life training for survival.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's all of the components that you need to survive in real life in video game form, so that kids can learn what to do if
Exactly.
they ever get stranded out in the wilderness.
Exactly. Or the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, there we go.
Because it's definitely going to hit one of these days.
Yep.
You can come over and hang out with us if you want. We've got a water source out back. Pretty.
Yeah.
So
There
it's
you
good to
go.
go there.
There
Good
you
to go
go.
there. So some of the other neat and interesting things you're going to end up being able to do in the game.
Nighttime
Oh,
coming.
yeah,
Uh-oh. We're going to see some hands coming in.
Well,
or
let's
is
see.
this
I don't know.
early on?
Honestly, I don't know if you're going to see any hands yet here. Let's just take a peek at it and see. You might not yet. Now, later on, I'm pretty sure I got a little bit of video footage where you do see some hands. So in some of the games I was playing of this with my boys, what I ended up doing was we ended up building right next to the camp. You start transplanting berry bushes and stuff that is going to grow food. So you end up building a garden right next to your camp. You end up having 3 or 4 cook pots. So you're just grabbing stuff that you transplanted right next to your camp, putting it in the cook pots, and then cooking it, and then stockpiling food for the winter. And then in the winter, you have to do a couple other interesting things just to survive. So it's time consuming, number one. You know, this lasts hours. This is not a quick game unless you just die really fast. But there's tons and tons of options, tons and tons of things that you can harvest. You see harvesting grass right there, and I forget exactly what grass does for you. But you end up harvesting stuff, building a bunch of tools, building a bunch of stuff for your base, building weapons. You can even shear some beefalo later in the game, because beefalo is a thing.
Huh.
It's like buffalo,
There you
except for
go.
beefalo.
Yeah, beef and buffalo.
Yeah. So it's a very interesting game, and my 2 boys are addicted. And in fact, not only my 2 boys are addicted, Uncle Ben, which is my wife's sister's husband, was over here at Christmas, and we had 5-person Don't Starve Together going. And we got through 47 days, most I'd ever
Wow.
gone through.
Wow.
Took 3 full days of playing, all free time during. Oh, there's your beefalo. Check that out. I don't think they're going to break a razor out. Oh, they're breaking a razor out. Here we go. Shave the beefalo. I don't even know what the heck the shaving a beefalo does, but my boys were super excited about shaving a beefalo. So, the other thing I would like to say about the game as a whole is it's not an expensive game. I don't know if you can get it on PS4 or any of the consoles. They actually bought it on PC on their Steam accounts. So if you're a parent and you don't know what Steam is, you need to figure it out if you got kids that are loving some video games, because when Steam sales hit, you can buy really, really good games for like $5 or less, $10 or less for games that are a year or 2 old that are AAA title games. And we literally have hundreds in each of our different accounts that you can then share with other accounts as long as only one person's playing.
Wow.
So it's pretty interesting, and we end up giving our boys Steam gift cards for Christmas. So for Christmas, they end up walking away, after they log on to Steam with the Christmas sales, they'll end up with 20 games at the end of Christmas. just on Steam that they can roll through for the next 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
So as a whole, I give this game a double thumbs up, and definitely drink another beer, because this game is an amazing game for kids to play, and for adults because I still play it with them quite a bit.
There you go.
So there you go. Don't Starve Together.
Check that one out.
One beer up.
We will we'll come at you more in the future with some other titles that the kids are interested in. Or
what are yours playing right now?
So our two kids still play a lot of Fortnite, but there's a couple others like Red Dead Redemption 2, the new Spider-Man game.
Oh, you got the Spider-Man game?
Yep.
What'd you get it on?
PS4.
Okay.
So
It's pretty cool.
I haven't played it.
Grant's playing?
Yeah.
Nice.
He's very into finishing the game that he's on, and before going to a new title. So that's why he's not very far into that one yet. But then another one is the Zelda franchise. So that's another one that hasn't lost life yet. So anyway,
those just keep getting better and better.
Sure. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
And then Plants vs. Zombies. So we got a little bit of that
Can't
from
go wrong
time
with
to
that.
time. So anyway, if you like a little bit of this content mixed in with some of the other stuff, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell there to be notified, and we'll be back in the future here with the next video.
Have a good one, everybody.
See you.